Right. Welcome everyone, Jenna Lion. So happy to be here with you guys. I'm trying something new out actually. I'm using this restream thing. So I just want to make sure you can hear me and see me okay. And if you are watching the live, hashtag replay for those who decide to join the replay. So do let me know if you can see it. Hi, lovely. So, okay, great. So I can actually see, is that Melissa? I think I can see Melissa. So we're just going to check this out. Yeah, hey, beautiful. Okay, this is working. So I've got something new happening, which is this restream thing, and I'm going to start using it. So great. That's good that you can see me. So for those who don't know me, I know Melissa knows me, but for those who don't know me, I'm Jenna Lion Rainbow Anderson, and I'm a master healer. I'm also a business coach for visionary entrepreneurs, and I help you guys to unlock your potential, income, impact, and all those things, and heal deeply on a deep level. So today I'm going to talk about the exact process that I actually take my clients through, because I've had some questions, because the Lightbody process is really particular. It's a really particular process. So I'm gonna share today what I actually do when I take my clients through it. So I'm just going to show that there, and I'm going to be doing these lives every Tuesday. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So wherever you're watching me from, say hello and don't be shy. Please let me know that you're here. It's better for the algorithm as well. Okay, so let's dive in. It's going to be probably about 20-25 minutes. So it's like these shorter lives. I'm going to be doing them on Tuesday, and I'm really excited to do so. Right, I am going to dive straight in. I've got a little slide for you. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to hide this first, just to make sure everything is working. And I'm going to share my screen, which is here. And I'm going to do a slideshow. So today we are talking about the light body work, and I'm going to explain in this training today what it actually is. And you may have heard of it. You may have heard and read online that I will activate your light body. That people do this type of work, and that may well be true. But the way I'm going to explain the process today is that unless like phase 1 and 2 is done, which I'm going to explain exactly what that is, the activation of the Lightbody is not complete. So I really advise you guys to be discerning out there about who you join, or like, what it is you're actually really going to get, and what the process actually really involves, etc. So that you know that you are doing something really useful, right? So it's not just somebody claiming doing something, right? So that's why I wanted to explain this process with you today, so that you kind of get an insight on what it is, what it contains, what it should look like if you went to compare somewhere else, and what the real deal is, basically. Because you should know by now I'm the real deal, so I would never do any shortcuts or anything like that for you guys. I would always make it really thorough. So this training is particularly for visionary online entrepreneurs, ambitious healers, and spiritual coaches. It's also for leaders in general. I love working with leaders and help leaders really unlock their next level leadership, whether that is confidence or simply feeling more aligned in their role, and really landing those deals, or whatever that may be, because they're expanding in consciousness and expanding in confidence. You're going to learn today the exact process that I take my clients through, and this is on a one-on-one basis, and it's also on a group basis. So the Lightbody program runs twice a year. So we started one group in September. I'm starting the next one in February, and it's a group environment, and it's for visionary entrepreneurs, and for those who have a big mission in them. I also do it one-on-one with my clients. So there's like a private exclusive space that you can work with me. The Lightbody process, I'm going to explain to you how it really unlocks your potential on all levels, because it's like it really does. And I'm going to explain how it does that, because it doesn't just, target one part of your life. It will reach all areas of your life and your business. And exactly how this process can double your income as well and amplify impact. I did the masterclass, Skyrocket Your Income, and by uncovering hidden energy blocks to multiple six figures. I did that a lot earlier this year. And I was really focusing the masterclass on explaining how clearing the subconscious blocks and the programming and the ancestral bloodline and all the things it really amplifies your ability to manifest more money. So I do like to focus on the income and focus on wealth, because if we are going to anchoring the spiritual mission and really anchoring our the very legacy that we came here to create, it is often of a spiritual nature, and we need kind of to anchor it into a body, into a process, into something that we can take our clients through, like I'm doing with you guys, and then charge accordingly for that. So the income thing is so important, because otherwise it's like we're not really even reaching the right people. We're not getting the impact we came to have if we are not sorting that side of things out either. So where you are right now, you get the brink of your next breakthrough, because when people come to me for the Lightbody work, they are ready for their next level. Like the soul knows. The soul is like, I am ready to roar. So it's like you're at this brink of the next breakthrough. You also want to speed up your results in your business and your revenues. Like you're stuck in a sense. You may not completely be stuck, but it's like you feel like you're a bit stuck because it's not moving fast enough. And in your vision, in your mind's eye, you can see things moving a lot faster than it is here on Earth. Like then you're actually experiencing it, and that is because the 3D programming and the slowness of the density of this world is slowing you down. But that's what we speed up with Lightbody process, so everything happens quicker for you. And then you are ready to go deeper than ever before and create the business and life you desire. So you're not one of those people who sit on the side line, you really, it's like you want to roll your sleeves up, you want to get in the trenches, and you're ready to make those changes. It's like, you know that where you are right now it doesn't make you happy, and you want to, you really want to like unlock your next level, and you're looking for expertise and guidance to help you get there with ease. So obviously, you're looking for, so I'm just looking there, you're looking for somebody to guide you who can take you there much quicker, because if you want to get from A to B in in your own time, it might take you 10 times as long as if you are doing it with someone. And in any case, the Lightbody process cannot be studied, or like, it can be studied for you to actually become a Lightbody practitioner, but like, you have to go through the process physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in order to actually obtain the results. So you can't just read the book or watch this masterclass and it's going to happen. So it doesn't work like that. You need to actually go through it. Okay, so I'm a therapist and healer, and I turned business mentor as I was building my own business. I have over 23 years experience in energy, coaching, mentoring, counseling, healing, therapy. I have 30 plus qualifications. I've got a degree in marketing and business. I hit my first 6-figure years 2 years ago, and I am a married mother of 2 spirited children. So you've heard, probably, if you listen to my lives, you know exactly who my children are, because I talk about them quite a lot. And I'm based in the UK, and I am originally Swedish. So what to expect from the process? So if you were to have the Lightbody process and go through it, you will expect, this is what will happen. So your physical well-being and body connection will increase. Like, you will feel better. You will increase your well-being. Like, it amplifies your health, basically. You will have obtain increased emotional intelligence and maturity and less triggers, because it starts healing your core wounds. Then you will start to heal those those traumas that are underlying when you get triggered. So that means you're going to be less triggered, so you're going to be more responsive, and you're not going to sort of like feel emotionally sort of fractious. You will be very, very solid, and you will start creating conscious relationships. So if relationships are really important to you, I mean, it's probably for most people, but if you're really looking to create deeper connections and deeper, more conscious relationships, where you as a woman really are looking for an equal, in a man, you will then be able to manifest that a lot easier, because you are at a different level of consciousness once you come through this process. So then you will attract a higher level man, basically. This is just man and women, like love in that way, but it actually increases your relationships with everyone. Like my children, I have an amazing relationship with them, and they're highly conscious children, so we can really talk and communicate on a really high level, which is amazing. You will more often than respond and not react. This got to do with the emotional intelligence as well. You will double your income by removing the hidden energy blocks. So I was talking about this in the Skyrocket Your Income Masterclass. And like, obviously, I don't promise anything that I can't sort of back up. But usually, if somebody comes to me, so one of my clients, for example, she was making like 3 to 8K a month. But after we finished this process, she was making consistent 20K months. So like, you can double it. So if you're making 5K in your business right now, you can expect to make double, like 10K in your business. And that comes with obviously strategic things around your programs and the way you market yourself and you do business. But from an energetic point, you can hold more income, you can create more, become more of a magnet for money by doing this work. You will also obtain unwavering spiritual facilitator confidence. Basically, you will become a better channel, a better coach, a better, more profound space holder. You become more confident, you become more powerful in your presence, which means that more people will sign up with you. Your gifts will be amplified. This is obviously your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentient, and you will just become more psychic. You become really clear in your intuitive nudges. It's just brilliant. Some of my clients, maybe they were clairvoyant before, but after this process, they are now clairaudient and clairsentient as well. your channel is sharpened, but this is like really you get clear and frequent downloads. It's like become your second nature of navigation. So it's not like you're guessing anymore. You can also command your channel to give you the information. I often do this when I'm like, oh gosh, this is a bit weird. Why am I not getting this? I can literally go out, walk in nature, and say, okay, I want answers on this, and I'll get the answers like straight away. So it's like, if you value that, this process is for you. You also get a spark connection and download of your legacy. So this is like a lot of clients that come to me, they have already started to scratch the surface of their legacy. Like they really they know why they're here. They know what they're doing here. They know they're here to impact the world and help people in a very sort of broad way. But what happens is that they actually get the roadmap. They get the roadmap of what they're actually here to create, what it looks like, what the name is. Like, it's very accurate. So this is what I mean with the legacy. Okay, so let's go through the process now. So the group Lightbody program, it's actually a 12-month program now. And the first 6 months, all this happens. So the first 6 months, we do these 6 sessions plus healing as well, and coaching and masterminding. So the first 6 months is like everything is complete in terms of energetic work. And then the remaining 6 months is a monthly mastermind meeting where we are like connecting to each other and keep upgrading, keep checking in what else is moving, the next level coming. So it's basically masterminding for the 6 months that is in the end of that. So I'm going to explain to you what it is. So the body consciousness realignment, this is the first part, Lightbody process. This process means that we are aligning your body back to your soul, because often we feel disconnected to our bodies, and that is why we are lost and misguided in the way we move around in this world. Some clients come to me and they're pretty good at feeling into how they're feeling, what's happening in their bodies, but some parts of their bodies they would have shut off, maybe because of trauma, and some parts of their body they would have ignored because of trauma as well. So the body consciousness realignment really connects us back to the body fully, because the body is like the instrument that will take us, really help us to make the next move in our life. So the body connection is so important. The second Lightbody session is the shadow consciousness integration. This is where we removed an Nephilim consciousness, which is a shadow consciousness that we decided to come in with into this lifetime so that we could stay asleep. Now, that is a contract that we made as we came in. We are then breaking that contract and that vow and creating a new contract and a new vow, which is in alignment with the highest potential of the soul, which means that anything in this process, I actually also ask my clients to do a trauma timeline for me. So they write out their entire timeline from zero, year zero, but from they were babies till the time now. And in this process, I take all of that into consideration when we're creating the new vows, so that we can let go completely of the old story, break the vow, break the contract, if you like, that they made with, it's all, everyone is doing this to come into earth. So this is not just this is not just for us like workers, or we all decided to come in and sleep as a part of the process to come in and sleep to earth. So what happens is that when we send that contract back and take a new vow in alignment with the soul, it just means that we are fully awake, we see through the veil, we no longer feel like we really belong in the matrix. We're really feeling that we are the conscious creators, and we're becoming like a force with God or a force with the universe. And it's almost like you can't really explain how that feels until you actually are feeling it. I can explain it to you in words, but unless you actually do that, you be like, wow, that was a profound shift. I no longer feel trapped in the past, or I no longer feel trapped in this way. I feel free now. And it's like you can only really experience it. So we do that. That's amazing, because you're basically writing the new plan for your life, and letting go of everything from the past. Then we do crystal removal. This is these crystals are actually like 4D crystals, and they are placed like in the head, chest, the back, shoulders. And those, when we remove the crystals, they're 4D. Most people can actually feel the crystals being removed. What happens is that the more light and more of the soul frequency and the more of the light can come through, which means that the person becomes even more clearer in their, channeling. This is why the channel becomes so clear, because we're removing all these things. And remember what I said in the beginning, that when people say, oh yeah, I do Lightbody activations, or I do, work with Lightbody, unless the body consciousness realignment is done, unless the shadow consciousness is cleared and the Nephilim is sent to his next evolution, and unless the crystals are out and devices and plates and thresholds are out, we cannot fully complete the process of activating all the levels, 12 levels of Lightbody, because the blocks are there. It's like so this is why I want you to be discerning when you go and do your research. So that's the crystal removal. That this process really helps also things like headaches, so if people have had and also like blocks to the third eye and things like that. So if you feel like you have blocked vision and you can't really see into the future, this completely, gets cleared up by, removing the crystals. Then we have devices, plates, and thresholds removal. So these are all over the body actually, and it often increases the blood flow and the circulation in the body when these devices and plates and thresholds are removed. And the person will feel, if somebody's been suffering from a backache for a long time, unless it's like chronic, unless it's like a arthritic thing, but if somebody's been, suffering about certain things, often that is actually improved vastly when the devices, the plates and thresholds are removed. The next phase is the higher light integration. Now, the higher light is literally a reconnection to your higher self. It's like we all have connection to higher self, even if we are blocked, if that makes sense. We really do. But the higher light integration really connects you back to your higher self with almost like it's like a broad, it's like a broadband, massive broadband connection, whilst you've had a dial-up connection from now. And the intuition may be a little bit hit and miss, and a lot of ego programming comes up when doubts and fears and things like that drives your decision making instead of your higher self. So the higher light integration really helps you to connect back to your higher self, and then being fully trusting, that your higher guidance is always guiding you. You're never taking decisions from making decisions from an ego perspective. You want to make them from a place of your higher self, the broad sort of the bird's eye view of your highest outcome always. And the last session is the activations and God consciousness tuning. So the activations and recalibration, they are where we are like attuning every single part of your energetic matrix, almost like we can say, because your body and your energy fields and the matrix and the different energy lines and everything that you can't actually see are then being fully attuned and fully, it's almost like you're getting amplified to embody your soul, because the soul is such a high frequency entity that it cannot reside in the body fully when we are asleep. But this really helps you to amplify that soul, that soul frequency, and really live from the level of seeing through the lens of the soul, really. So those are the 6 sessions. So the phase 1, as I said, is the body connection and the shadow integration. So most people, where they don't get to where they want to go in their life, whether that is creating a successful business or creating a successful relationship or actually having a really amazing health, often then the body connection is not there, and they are not doing shadow work. Like they're trying to sort of not go deep, basically, and not connecting. And this is where it then doesn't, can't go any further. So the body connection and the shadow integration is crucial before anyone can completely, embody their next level and their high potential. The phase 2, this is where I was saying to you about creating, releasing the crystals and the plates and everything. But actually what happens that in that process, this old paradigm is actually leaving your body, literally, because you're freed up in a way and connecting to your higher self and to your soul in such a way that you no longer can be trapped in this 3D limited way of looking at things. And it's even, I need to say this, it's like when I talk, if there is how should I explain it? If there is a conflict of some sort of level, let's say I'm speaking to the teachers of my son's school, and we are talking about very specific levels of communication between the teachers and my son, and I can really break down every single little step from a consciousness level and explain to them exactly how he's feeling and why he's feeling that way, and this because he's got ADHD. And obviously we know that kids with ADHD has got a neurodivergency. They have an amazing way of looking at the world, right? So anyway, if I go really into detail, it's almost like people who's not had the Lightbody activations they can understand what I'm saying, but they haven't even been able to go there with their thought process, because it's kind of, I'm not saying they're asleep, because that's not fair, but it's like they cannot go so deep in that level of consciousness, and it's only talking through it with them on a really deep and detailed way they can start seeing what I'm saying. But it's kind of, for me, it's a given, because I see it and I just know. And for them, it's like I need to explain something in specific depth. And I suppose this applies to everything. So when things feels uphill and you cannot get that communication through, and you cannot get through, with, really feeling this level of consciousness, you have that within you, you find these, hurdles sort of like in life. And it's quite interesting to watch other people's level of consciousness when they're not actually, how should I put it, they're really trying to comprehend what you're saying, and they kind of are comprehending, but it's a slower sort of, like the penny doesn't drop straight away. This level of awareness and the unity consciousness opening, so that you can have this bird's eye view of your whole reality. This is when I say that I have a spider sense, because it's almost like I can monitor the whole external reality and make a sort of a multi impression of what is happening and pick up all the different things going on. It's almost like you have a psychic view of the world, and you can just completely just relay that in a way. It's like your monitoring skills of what is going on in the world and everything are extremely heightened. And that is very good in business, because if you can have that spider sense and that intuitive sort of overview of like having that sort of monitoring ability and psychic sort of input and ability, is incredible in business, because that means that you're a head start, always head start, always ahead of everyone else, and you can make the right moves to be successful. Okay, so the last phase is the unification with the higher self. This is a really, although that is in the last sort of month of the Lightbody process, or the work that I take my clients through, it is there where the person is like, wow, I have gone through this deep cleanse and deep purification, and now my world is opening up. So what I often find is that my clients go through the process, and like 18 months later, they still send me how should I say, like updates of how they are continuously evolving, growing, opening in consciousness, advancing, purifying after the process is actually done. That's why I made the group program 12 months, because the first 6 months is like you go through the purification, and the 6 months after that is like a massive upgrade happening, on a weekly basis. So what to expect through the process. So that was the actual process. This is actually what I'm doing. So we also do lots of healing and masterminding through it. So you have all the support, you get the essential clearing kit and everything as well. So it's a purification process over 6 months. So what can you expect? You can expect to heal trauma and conditioning and ancestral programming. And you can expect to heal or clear the reprogramming of the subconscious mind, the shadow integration and emotional release and cathartic release. So when this is healing, clearing and upgrading, you are then accessing a higher level of consciousness. And really, the whole world needs this work, right? The whole world needs to heal the trauma, conditioning and ancestral programming. The whole world needs to clear the subconscious mind and have shadow integration and release emotions and cathartic release, because we are ascending. We're going into a new era. The old paradigm is dying. So this is actually, it's like not even a must, not a nice to have, this is like I look at it as an essential really to have, and to create a life you want, to really unlock yourself on a deeper level, because you came this life to do this. So yeah, it's not a nice to have, it's an essential to have. And what you can expect throughout the process more is seeing beyond the veil. So many of you see beyond the veil probably anyway, but it becomes even clearer. And when I say seeing beyond the veil, it means basically seeing the truth through everything. It's like you can see through everything and everyone. No one can lie to you. You become really, really psychic. You will detox physically, emotionally, and spiritually, which means that whatever your core wounding is, whatever that is, will start coming up to heal. And it's really important that you then keep on a physical level to support yourself doing it. You will find very deep connection with your truth. So often people have connection with the truth, but they don't know how to express it. But you will be able to express it and really work from a deep level of truth. You will feel more still. So when people say to me sometimes, oh, I don't know, I can't meditate, I feel so fidgety, I can't be still, my body is like, my ego is making me feel all fidgety, that completely disappears. So I could just, like, regardless, it's almost like my capacity for changing, sorry, I'm just looking, my capacity for, for changing, sorry, I got distracted. My capacity for changing from one moment to another is really easy. So like, even if I had a really busy morning, I can just come here, sit in my office and just like switch into my meditation like that and just sit for 40 minutes completely still. And my mind is not even busy. It's just this stillness, this being and presence, being fully connected, what's the word? Fully, not adherent, but fully coherent. That's the word. And that's amazing feeling, it feels really, really good. And then you will start downloading your legacy. So I started to see the vision of what I'm meant to be doing as soon as I had the Lightbody activations. Like, I knew what I was going to create. It felt, I had children also in between, so obviously it didn't happen straight away. I kind of was a little bit delay of my legacy creation because of the kids, but that was how I wanted it. But yeah, I really got what I wanted to do, pretty much straight away. So the long-term results of this work is increased emotional intelligence, actually emotional mastery, healed health and well-being. So like, you will heal your issues. Now, if somebody's got really severe physical issues, I don't promise that I will heal those. Like, I don't want to take that, promise that, because it's a bit, it's like saying a doctor saying I will heal you. But it really, on an average, most people, well, everyone that gone through this have increased their health and well-being. Like, they've healed some of their long-term issues and stuff like that through this. You will probably double your income and revenue, but that means also that you have some processes and programs in place, of course. so that you can sell them. But yeah, people usually really start making more money after this as well. Your relationships will be more successful. They may feel a little bit stretched for like a while, because you are changing and the people around you need to adjust. But it's fine. Like long term, it's going to be, it will be amazing. And then you will like 10 times your intuition. Like it's more, probably 100, but you really become so much sharper. You become really confident in your spiritual performance as well, because you don't want to hide your spiritual gifts anymore. It becomes a part of who you are, which is amazing. You can use that, as you will channel everything basically. You live as the creator and not as the slave to the matrix, which I think most people are looking for, really. We want to live as a creator. We don't want to be slave to a matrix. And you are creating your legacy, which is amazing as well. So if you're interested in the process, the next Lightbody group program starts in February 2024. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me on this, you can also book the call, and you can just decide if this is your next level. It doesn't mean, if you book the call, it doesn't mean that you have to start with me. We can have a chat and see if this is for you, if this is the right thing for you right now. The group in February, I won't do more than 10 people. I've decided that I want to keep that group small and quite intimate. So you will get, really close, how should I put it, not affection, but attention from me as well. All right, let's stop the slides, and I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to see if there was any questions. So I'm so happy that you're watching, guys. So if you have any, look, first of all, if you're not in the Facebook group, I would love for you to join the Facebook group, because in the Facebook group, also Visionary Leaders Success Society with Jenny Lyon, we share lots of other things. So we do the trainings, but we also do, I invite people to events. And if you have any questions around your spiritual business or your awakening, it's a really good place to be. So please go over to Visionary Leaders Success Society and join us there. And I will be doing this every week. Let me see what the chat says here. So Melissa, I started with Jenny in my healing. So Melissa says, I started with Jenny in my healing. She's phenomenal and highly recommended and appreciated. She's a true healer among many, and everyone just loves her voice. Okay, thank you. I've been continually evolving. That's so sweet. Thank you, Melissa. But yes, I would love for more of you to come and join me, really. So that was all from me today. Let me just check here. So if you wanted to book the call, I'm just going to hide that now. If you wanted to book the call, feel free to book the alignment call today. And it really is, there's other things that you could do. If you didn't want to do the Lightbody program, there's other ways you can work with me. You can work with me one-on-one. We have the business membership as well, which is the Connect the Soul Club. But if you were interested in the energy work and this type of thing, the one-on-one or the group program for the Lightbody would probably be best for you. Okay, guys, I'll see you soon next week. And if you have any questions, always pop them in the Facebook group. That's the best place to find me. And I'll see you really soon. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your